So you say you like to travel. You've been all around the world and all around the country, or you're certainly planning to. You'd love to travel more. And you want to dig. You want to go find some vinyl in some record stores or some interesting spots as you do so. It's a lot of fun. It's awesome. It adds excitement to the whole collecting hobby. When you're out in a different environment, a different location, a place that you're not familiar with, and you get to really see what kind of treasures they have there. It's exciting. So, of course, there's a draw to that sort of thing. But then you wonder to yourself, how am I going to get this stuff home? Especially if I'm flying. If I'm flying, how am I going to get this stuff home safely? You may have seen or heard some videos on YouTube or other places talking about how to safely pack in a suitcase. And I'm going to make the argument for you here not to do that. It's possible, surely, but I don't think that's the best practice. And I think you're headed for disappointment if you make that the standard way that you bring records home from long-distance trips. You may remember years ago there was an ad campaign for a particular luggage brand where a gorilla, smashes this stuff up and tears into the luggage. Many of us remember it as Samsonite, but it was actually American Tourister. But I am here to confirm for you that that's not too far from the truth. In addition to being a gigging and recording musician for years and traveling all around the country and the world in different capacities, I have worked at one of the major airlines, and I can tell you that people don't care too much about your luggage. So you have to. One of the things I learned working for this major airline was basically it solidified the concept I already had, which is that you should pack as light as possible, if possible, and have everything carry on with you, if possible. It never leaves your sight. You're not going to lose anything major. You're going to have your emergency clothing and your toiletries with you and all that stuff. But also, if you're bringing vinyl or some type of equipment or whatever, you've got it with you. So I use a hard-shell DJ case as one of my carry-on luggage items. The classic cases are made by Anvil and Calzone, but now there's a bunch of companies doing them. You can get them at Guitar Center. You can get them online through Amazon or any number of other vendors. And I would strongly suggest, and I don't have the dimensions for you here, I didn't mention mine, but I would strongly suggest getting one that fits under the seat of an airplane. Mine does, and it is one of my carry-on items. I use it to as actual luggage. I'll put clothing in there, toiletries, whatever, stuff that I'm bringing, but also have the ability to move that to one of my soft-sided bags that I'm bringing, also on the plane with me, above the hold, not in the cargo, but up with me as carry-on is what I'm trying to say. And I use it as luggage, and I can take anything out of there that I need to if I fill that record case up. But if that case gets filled up, I'm done shopping. And that does a couple things for me. It keeps my records safe and with me at all times. There's a number of reasons you'd want to do that, but you can probably use your imagination without me getting into too much detail right now, especially if you're traveling internationally. But it keeps them with me, but also it keeps them safe, and I've got room for other items, and also it's keeping me from spending too much money. That way, I've already established for myself an automatic limit. And when that case is full, it's full, and I'm not bringing anything else home. I'm not worried about maxing out the credit card, spending too much cash, or trying to find some way to safely get the stuff home and not worry about it. When you're flying internationally, over the ocean, over the Atlantic Ocean, which I've had the experience of doing a few times, your records, your music equipment, anything you're bringing with you like that goes under the plane is actually at risk. It's definitely at risk, and it can get wet, and moisture will get in there even if you wrap it and do all these other things. So the best thing to do is have a DJ case that you can carry with you. Now, don't get the kind that you're seeing here now. Get one of these, a real hard shell case, not a cheapie, because you need something to protect that vinyl. And that's my big tip for today. Get a nice hard shell case and use it as luggage, and you will always have a place to keep your records that you want to bring home safely, and you will also limit yourself from spending too much money. See you next time.